Listen up, my friends. Your wedding day is a once-in-a-lifetime event, and the food should be nothing short of amazing. We're talking of everything awesome. Today, we're going to elevate your wedding feast from ordinary to extraordinary. I'm talking dishes so good your guests will be begging for seconds and thirds. We will focus on the best, all-delicious delights. We're serving up a menu that's guaranteed to impress, with flavors that'll make your taste buds sing. So, put on your chef's hat, grab your aprons, and let's get this culinary show on the road. First on our list, we're kicking things off with a crowd-pleaser mini sliders. These aren't the average burgers, no way. We're talking juicy, flavorful patties that'll have your guests wanting more. First, the meat. None of that frozen stuff. Use freshly ground beef, seasoned generously with salt and pepper, and don't even think about overworking the patties. Next, the sear. Get that pan really hot, a drizzle of oil, and sear those patties until they're beautifully caramelized. We want a nice crust, people. Finally, the cheese. Don't be shy, go for a good melter like cheddar or Gruyere. A dollop of caramelized onions? Yes, please. Second step, let's talk buns. We're looking for soft, pillowy rolls that can handle the weight of these delicious patties. Toasting them is essential, folks. Next, the sauce. We're keeping it classic with a tangy burger sauce. A touch of mustard, mayonnaise, and some chopped gherkins for that extra zing. Now for the grand finale toppings. Crisp lettuce, juicy tomato slices, and some thinly sliced red onions. Stack those sliders high and proud. Remember, presentation is everything. Arrange those mini masterpieces on a platter and watch your guests enjoy them in no time. Second on the list, it's time to inject some sophistication into this wedding spread. We're talking caprese skewers, a classic Italian delight that's as beautiful as it is delicious. Forget those supermarket tomatoes for a moment. We're after ripe, juicy heirlooms bursting with flavor. And don't even get me started on those lackluster excuses for mozzarella. We're using fresh mozzarella di bufala, the king of all mozzarellas. Its creamy texture and delicate flavor will elevate these skewers to new heights. Trust me on this one. Now for the basil. Avoid any wilted, tired-looking leaves. We want vibrant green basil leaves, preferably small and tender. They add a fresh, peppery bite that balances the richness of the mozzarella. Thread those beauties onto skewers, alternating between cherry tomatoes, mozzarella balls, and basil leaves. Drizzle with a generous amount of good quality extra virgin olive oil. Finally, a sprinkle of sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper to enhance the flavors. For an extra touch of indulgence, a drizzle of balsamic glaze is a game changer. There you have it. Caprese skewers that are guaranteed to impress even the most discerning foodie at your wedding. Attention, my friends! Third on the list, we're about to roast a chicken so tender, so juicy, it'll make your wedding guests smile with delight. First, we're gonna give this bird a good rub-down. With a mixture of herbs so fragrant, they'll think they've gone to flavor heaven. Now into a preheated oven it goes. Remember, temperature is key. We're aiming for that perfect golden crust with succulent, juicy meat underneath. This, my friends, is how you roast a chicken fit for a wedding feast. Now, plating. We're not just slinging this masterpiece onto a plate like it's some cheap takeaway. Presentation is everything. Slice the chicken into generous portions. Arrange them artfully on a platter with some roasted vegetables. A sprig of rosemary here, a drizzle of pan just there. Remember, we eat with our eyes first. This isn't just food, it's a true work of art. Your guests should be eager for the last piece. And don't forget the sauce. A simple gravy, rich with the flavors of the roast, is all you need. None of that packet ones, we're talking homemade, full of flavor. There you have it. A herb-crusted chicken so magnificent, so delicious, it'll be the talk of the entire wedding. Now stop waiting and go make it. Fourth on the list. My friends, you think vegetarian food is boring? Think again. These stuffed portobello mushrooms are so packed with flavor, even the most carnivorous guest will be begging for seconds. First, choose your mushrooms wisely. We want large, meaty portobellos with enough space to hold our delicious filling. Clean them carefully, removing the stems and scraping out the gills. Now for the star of the show, the stuffing. We're talking a symphony of flavors here. Sautéed garlic, onions, herbs, breadcrumbs, and a touch of cheese for good measure. Don't be afraid to experiment. Add some chopped walnuts for texture, a sprinkle of chili flakes for a kick. Make it your own. Spoon this glorious mixture generously into the mushroom caps, packing it in nice and tight. This isn't just any effort, we're building a masterpiece here. Into a preheated oven they go, nestled snugly together on a baking sheet. We're looking for that perfect golden brown on top, with the filling bubbling invitingly. Trust your senses, you'll know when they're ready. While they're baking, whip up a simple salad on the side, something light and refreshing to cut through the richness of the mushrooms. A drizzle of balsamic vinaigrette, a sprinkle of toasted pine nuts, and you're all set. And there you have it, stuffed portobello mushrooms fit for a king, or at least a very hungry wedding guest. They're hearty, they're flavorful, and they're guaranteed to impress. Even your vegetarian friends will be delighted. Fifth on the list. All right, you want to impress your guests with something light, fresh, and full of flavor? Then get your aprons on because we're tackling grilled shrimp skewers. First things first, the shrimp. Do not focus on those pre-cooked excuses for seafood. We're using fresh, plump prawns bursting with flavor. Peel them, devein them, we're not serving up any surprises here. Now the marinade. None of that bottled stuff, we're making our own. Olive oil, lemon juice, garlic, a touch of chili. We're going for a taste of the Mediterranean sunshine. Let those shrimp marinate for at least an hour, soaking up all that beautiful flavor. Thread the shrimp onto skewers, alternating with colorful peppers, onions, maybe even some pineapple chunks for a bit of sweetness. Remember, presentation is everything. We eat with our eyes first, so make it look as good as it tastes. Fire up the grill. You want those flames licking at the shrimp, giving them a beautiful char. We're not looking for cremation here, just a nice smoky flavor. A couple of minutes on each side until they turn that beautiful pink color and they're done. And for goodness sake, don't overcook them. There's nothing worse than rubbery, overcooked shrimp. Unless it's dry chicken, of course. Serve these beauties hot off the grill with a sprinkle of fresh herbs and a squeeze of lemon juice. They're light, they're flavorful, and they're guaranteed to disappear faster than the wedding cake. There you have it, grilled shrimp skewers that are simple, elegant, and absolutely delicious. Even your fussiest guests will be coming back for more. Sixth on the list. Listen up, my friends. We're serving up the best for the wedding. This is a celebration, not a simple gathering. We're talking about a truffle mac and cheese so rich, so decadent, it'll make your taste buds sing. No boxed stuff. We're using real cheese, a blend of Gruyere, sharp cheddar, and a touch of Parmesan for that extra oomph. No skimping on the truffles. We're shaving in generous amounts of that black gold because this dish deserves to be treated with respect. This, my friends, is how you elevate a classic. Get ready for your guests to be blown away by this creamy, cheesy, truffle-infused masterpiece. Now, the key to a perfect mac and cheese is in the sauce. We're starting with a roux, cooked to perfection, no lumps, you got that? Then we're whisking in creamy milk and heavy cream, creating a velvety smooth base for our cheese. And remember, this isn't a race. Let the cheese melt slowly, stirring constantly to prevent any sticking or burning. Once the cheese is melted and the sauce is thick and glossy, it's time to fold in our cooked pasta. Make sure every single noodle is coated in that cheesy goodness. Finally, we're topping it off with a generous sprinkle of breadcrumbs and a drizzle of truffle oil for that extra touch of luxury. There you have it, a truffle mac and cheese that's fit for a king, or at least a very lucky wedding party. Number 7 dish on the list. Right, enough with the heavy stuff. We need something light and refreshing to cut through all that richness. But please, don't think about serving up a boring bowl of lettuce. We're talking about a quinoa and kale salad that's packed with flavor and texture, not those regular salads. This one is a flavor explosion in your mouth. We're starting with a base of fluffy quinoa, cooked to perfection, and then we're adding in a mountain of fresh, vibrant kale. But this isn't your average kale salad. We're massaging the kale with a lemon tahini dressing, breaking down its toughness and infusing it with a tangy, nutty flavor. This is how you make kale actually taste good. Now, for the fun part, adding in some texture and crunch. We're talking about toasted almonds, providing a satisfying bite, and juicy dried cranberries for a touch of sweetness. And because no salad is complete without a bit of excitement, we're adding a sprinkle of crumbled feta cheese for a salty, tangy kick. Can you handle all that flavor, or are you too busy with plain old iceberg lettuce? This salad is a symphony of textures and flavors, with each ingredient perfectly complementing the others. It's light, refreshing, and packed with nutrients, making it the perfect addition to your wedding feast. So ditch the boring salad and serve up something that will have your guests raving. Trust me, this quinoa and kale salad is a game changer. Eighth on the list. All right, let's talk dessert. We're not settling for flavorless cake here. We're going all out with a chocolate fondue fountain that will make your guests feel like they've entered a chocolate paradise. Picture this, a cascading tower of warm, melted chocolate flowing like a river of pure indulgence. I'm talking about rich, dark chocolate, smooth milk chocolate, and even some white chocolate for those who prefer a milder taste. This isn't just any chocolate fountain, though. We're using only the highest quality chocolate, with a high cocoa content for that intense, satisfying flavor. No those cheap, waxy imitations. This is the real deal. Get ready to see your guests' eyes light up as they dip their favorite treats into this chocolatey delight. It's a dessert that's guaranteed to be a showstopper. Now, for the dipping options, we're not holding back. Think fresh strawberries, plump raspberries, and juicy pineapple chunks. And for those who prefer something a bit more indulgent, we've got marshmallows, pretzels, and even brownie bites. But it doesn't stop there. We're also setting out bowls of chopped nuts, shredded coconut, and sprinkles for an extra touch of fun. This is a chocolate lover's dream come true. This chocolate fondue fountain is more than just a dessert. It's an experience. It's a feast for the senses, with its mesmerizing flow, delightful aroma, and of course, its incredible taste. So go ahead, treat your guests with this chocolatey masterpiece. It's the perfect way to end your wedding celebration on a sweet and unforgettable note. Listen up, my friends. A wedding without a decent drink is like a meal without seasoning, bland and boring. We need to give these guests something to remember. A bespoke drink that says, "This is our wedding." We're going for fresh ingredients and quality spirits. This isn't a casual get-together, it's a celebration of love. We're aiming for a drink that's refreshing and flavorful. Now let's talk recipes. First up, a classic mojito with a twist. Use spiced rum for a kick. Muddle mint and lime, add sugar syrup, top with soda water and garnish with mint and lime. Simple, elegant, and delicious. Next, a watermelon and basil martini. Muddle watermelon with basil, add vodka and lime juice, shake with ice, and strain into a martini glass. Garnish with watermelon and basil. Absolutely delightful. Ninth item on the list. All right, my friends, we've covered starters, mains, desserts, and even cocktails. But no wedding is complete without a bit of interactive fun. We're going for a DIY taco bar. It's interactive, fun, and delicious. Plus, it caters to different dietary needs. Think seasoned beef, shredded chicken, spicy chorizo, and vegetarian options like black beans and grilled peppers. Now let's talk tortillas. You can't have a taco bar without them. Offer both corn and flour tortillas to cater to different preferences. And for goodness sake, make sure they're warm. Nobody wants a cold tortilla. Presentation is key here, people. Arrange the fillings in attractive bowls. Label everything. Plenty of spoons and tongs. And don't forget the napkins. Things can get a little messy when you're dealing with tacos. The beauty of a DIY taco bar is that it's completely customizable. Personal touches like a selection of hot sauces for those who like it spicy, or a variety of cheeses for those who like it cheesy. So there you have it, a fantastic idea for your wedding feast that's guaranteed to be a crowd pleaser. Fresh ingredients, bold flavors, and most importantly, having some fun. Well, there you have it, my friends and lovebirds. A complete menu that'll make your wedding feast unforgettable. Remember, this is your big day, so don't be afraid to get stuck in, experiment, and make it your own. And if you follow these tips, I guarantee your guests will be raving about the food long after the last dance. Now get out there and create an absolutely amazing wedding feast. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more culinary inspiration. And until next time, keep those kitchens hot and your standards even higher. For more amazing food and drinks tips and recipes, subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon so you never miss an update from us. Tell us about your thoughts in the comments section. Check out our other videos for more culinary inspiration. We love you. Until next time, keep cooking, stay adventurous.